close. It's a spaceship. Holy.
All right, y'all, we got a crazy one for y'all this week.
So it's finally time to spray, and it's time for Zach to learn how to run the sprayer on the farm we just moved to. For the people that are still new here, we moved from Kansas, where we worked on a farm, a family farm, and then we moved to North Dakota just recently to work on another family's farm. A lot of y'all seem to be confused as to why we moved. We will make a whole video on that, but things are hitting the ground running. We are entirely too busy to sit down and explain all of that, so you're gonna have to stay tuned. Not only is it a complete circus on the farm this week, but Zach is learning how to run this new sprayer, seeding is in full force, but he's learning to go from deer to case. This spaceship of a sprayer is called the Case IH Patriot 4450. It has 132 foot long booms, a 1,600 gallon tank. Zach will be spraying at like 20 miles an hour. So he was nice enough to let my squirrel brain sit in the buddy seat to ask him a whole bunch of questions. Let's just say I was not prepared, and let's also say that Zach was completely in his element because he was nerding out pretty hard. So as usual, let's get into the craziness.
We're doing it. As you can imagine, this has been a really big learning curve for me. The first piece of case equipment I've ever ran before. It's pretty sweet, I'm not gonna lie. It's been a lot to pick up on right away, but I'm still on my first tank. I just about got it sprayed out, and I'm picking it up pretty quick, I think. At least I like to think so. Absolutely blows my mind doing this many acres on one tank. Going from a 800 gallon tank, like what I'm used to this 1,600 gallon, is awesome. I feel like I've been spraying for forever and I'm still going. We are gonna be empty here pretty quick, and I'll run back and I need to grab fuel and def. We'll load up another mix and we'll head back out and keep rolling. But we are flat knocking out the acres right now, which is fun. There's a quarter right there of wheat stubble, already knocked that out. This is actually gonna be barley ground right here that I'm spraying right now. So yeah, this is a lot of fun. And just like that, there's like 300 acres down or something. Insane. Also, 37 miles an hour down the road feels pretty insane. Look at what I just found. Jordan is gonna be so pumped. Definitely my first moose paddle. You call them paddles? Moose shed? Moose paddle? Whatever, but the thing is heavy. Looks like it's been ran over before, but it's still in one piece. That is so cool. Do moose even shed? I have no idea. Maybe this is broke off. I know nothing about moose, but this is awesome.
Y'all, I still cannot believe he found this thing. Fun fact, we are both pretty outdoorsy. If all of our northern watchers, could y'all let us know if this is a common occurrence? Did we get lucky, or is this just an everyday thing? Because it's pretty cool. Good morning, everybody. Today is the day. I'm so excited. I'm going over to Zach's boss's mom's house, and we're gonna go check out that garden plot for real this time, and I'm gonna be able to plant some seeds. I don't know what is okay to plant out here yet. I'm hoping like okra, squash, zucchini, stuff like that. Of course, there's risk for frost and everything, but I have been told that there are lots of nurseries and things like that around here. So I'm gonna do farming on a little bitty scale today, and I'm gonna take you guys with me. So I got pretty carried away in gardening and got pretty zoned out and forgot to film a whole lot. I'm drawing up an actual map as we speak. I have 9 more rows. This will be the biggest garden I've ever planted. My late husband and I had a garden that was 60 feet long by 18 foot wide, and I can't even tell you how big this one is, but we have onions down and we have potatoes, baby. Again, any of my northern friends in the comments, what do y'all plant up here? We're gonna have the basics for salsa and everyday cooking and things like that, but I just want to know what thrives up here. I've been, of course, Googling and going down rabbit hole searches of up north gardening, but it's nice to hear it from you guys. Well, while I've been gardening, got a bunch of onions and potatoes planted. Zach's been breaking stuff. Yeah. So what happened? O-rings?
Yeah, a fitting was loose on this and it blew the O-ring out of it. It just happened when I got back, so I didn't lose my hydraulic oil. But anyway, got that fixed. But we just learned that this sprayer uses different hydraulic oil than everything else we have. So,
trying to figure that out.
Brandon, the cedar, blew a O-ring, or not blew an O-ring, but a fitting came loose, and he lost a bunch of hydraulic oil too at the same time. So all the progress has stopped because of hydraulic oil at the moment.
Hopefully I'll get to ride in it soon.
Maybe.
So yesterday was a pretty wild day, coming to you from our yard where we're getting to witness our very first North Dakota double rainbow. Zach's on the phone with his boss at the moment. They got the sprayer all fixed, and today was a total windy mess, and we were getting flashbacks from Kansas. No spraying today. He told me just now that hopefully tomorrow we can get some spraying done, and it's supposed to be a really big day for it. So let's see what he does. Y'all, today is a big one. I am finally getting to ride in the sprayer with Zach for the very first time. I haven't seen this thing folded out. I haven't seen it in the field yet. I am extremely excited. Just like everything else, I'm sure I'm gonna be beyond impressed. Y'all are gonna get sick of me talking about how big things are. Oh my gosh, that's scary. It's a spaceship! Up here you gotta worry about stuff like this. And down in Kansas, you gotta worry about how dry everything is. So up here we got lakes in the middle of the field, and looking out for that is a whole process in its own. He just explained to me, because to me, I see dark spots and I'm like, that's completely wet. But he has a system now. When he looks at it, there's like gray, and then there's dark, and you just tell by the way the stalks are sitting on it. It's confusing. It can be really confusing because sometimes there's some really wet spots on the side of a hill, like, you know, with the frost and everything coming out. It's just a whole different world of stuff up here, and watching him is pretty fascinating. I hope I'm not blocking his vision. He's just being nice.
I've been asked quite a few times already, like what we like better, the case stuff that we were, or the deer stuff we were running, or the case stuff now. Anymore, I think pretty much any new equipment is very, very nice. Yeah. Very, very comfortable. They've all got really cool modern technology now. Like, I think honestly what it comes down to is, for one, what you enjoy running, but for two, it's all about your dealer. If you have a dealer that you really get along with well, and they have good people, and they support you, and they back up their equipment, I don't know how you beat that with any color. Like, no the way what. Things are now, if you've got that, that's kind of what it's about. And from what I've seen so far here, the dealer that Brandon's working with, they've been super awesome. This is so scary. I'm going through a pond. It looks dry, so I went for it.
Same thing with buying a vehicle, any vehicle. If you go somewhere and you get rubbed the wrong way and they don't tell you how anything works, that's super frustrating. But it seems like everybody here has been nothing but supportive. So
North Dakota nice.
Yeah. So all the people that get mad and they say they're disappointed in us for being in something red, I'm so sorry, but this is pretty freaking awesome right now.
Case is the best. You know. As you can see, we did get the booms calibrated. They fold a lot nicer now. I didn't even look at the map.
Nobody
Get
gets
everything.
smacked with it.
You have to do this now. You have to like check the map when you're done and make sure you didn't leave anything. Yep, we got it. Over there. You want to film the boom folding up?
Yeah. Woo! That's close.
I hope you can hear me, but I was having some problems with these valves. I couldn't get this left side to open. There was a butt connector that looked suspicious. Pulled on it, it pulled apart. Next butt connector down, pulled on it a little, it pulled apart. I didn't really have much out here, so we made it work with what we have. Wow. It's gonna work. I just had to show you guys this real quick. Jordan's been trying to mix up lunches. We've went to Pokemon fruit snacks. I gotta say, this is probably the thing I look forward to most in my whole lunchbox, is these fruit snacks. They're so good. You know, that kind of stuff, I feel like it seems like it goes unnoticed, but gosh dang, I don't know how she does it. I gotta brag about her here for a second. Not only is she taking care of all the social media stuff and the YouTube stuff, she's coming out here, she's learning this stuff, she's keeping track of what's going on. I don't know how the heck she does it. She also takes care of me behind the scenes. That's not something I've probably talked enough about, but I don't know, I wouldn't be able to do it without her, I know that. I don't know how I did it without her to begin with. I was probably a lot dirtier and grosser than I am now. Thanks, babe. Love you. Well, it's been a day. Let me switch hands. I better keep my right hand just in case. It's been a day. Big day. Don't know how many acres Brandon got seeded today, but I know it's a lot because he was on a big chunk and he got finished, which means it was a good day. I have one pass left in this field, and if I get it done, it's gonna put me at 1,400 acres for the day, which is a pretty good day because it's been a lot of running around. I'm still learning everything, so I'll take it. That's good. If things go the way we think or the way we're planning and they keep that rain in the forecast, we're gonna hit spreading fertilizer really hard come next week, or at least by this weekend. Also, I just learned some exciting news last night. You're gonna want to keep an eye on the next couple videos. I actually don't know when, so sorry. This is kind of a terrible teaser because I don't even know when to tell you to watch. I just know in the next couple vlogs for sure, next few vlogs, there's gonna be something showing up that's pretty dang exciting. Our crop plans have changed a little bit for the year, which is gonna be wild. What an absolutely beautiful day in a beautiful area. So if you see, this field actually has a lot of green. This field was broke out from CRP not that many years ago. So still battling grass here, which is why we're here spraying. But man, what a beautiful day. Maybe one of these days I'll wash that windshield for you guys so you can see a little bit better. But it is beautiful. I had to show you this. Look where I get to fold up at.
And there y'all have it, a look into our very first North Dakota spraying adventure. I'm really jealous that I wasn't here for this one. Again, y'all, there is so much going on. You know that Zack has a YouTube channel as well called Tractors to Trigger Pulls. I am definitely gonna put a nerd out segment in there so that y'all can get a full spectrum overview of his first impressions getting in there and how it ran the very first time, so that if you're mechanically inclined or you just want to know the ins and outs and just a beginner's guide, you can check that out as well. Again, over on snowgrownoutdoors.com, our very own website, got a whole bunch of new products over there. We have magnets, koozies, stickers, hoodies, and t-shirts. When I finally get a little bit of time on my hands, I'd love to make some cool North Dakota merch. So if you guys have any suggestions for stuff like that and what you'd wear, let me know down below. Thank y'all so much for all of the support. Again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, always leave those down below as well. I appreciate y'all making it to the very end. If you want to leave a little water emoji for spraying down in the comments, that would be pretty funny. Go ahead and troll the rest of the comment section that doesn't make it to the very end of the videos, and I will see y'all in the next one. Okay, love you, bye.